JR, I wanted to ask you your opinion. Did you hear about the whole entire the Super Bowl, like the performance that Beyonce did, and how people were talking about how it was heavily political, and how
Oh yeah.
and I was wondering, what is your opinion about the whole fiasco? Do you think some people just blew it out of proportion? Yes, they were saying how they were supposed to have this anti-Beyonce rally where they said nobody really showed up. It was just a handful of protesters. But do you think that we live in a society where everybody's just so politically correct and nobody can take certain things? You know what I'm saying? Like, that performance was blown out of proportion. Like, a lot of people, you know, especially people that don't really have, you know, that aren't educated on certain things dealing with the Black Panther and just about that movement, like, they kind of misconstrued what the message was behind that performance. You know what I'm saying? What was your take on
that? Honestly, well, I ended up watching the Super Bowl. Halftime came around, and I went, drank some beer. I don't watch the halftime shows. Now, with that being said, the reason I don't watch the halftime shows is because they haven't put up any good acts ever since Michael Jackson and Prince. You know, Prince. And now last year Bruno Mars did do a hell of a job. This year he looked like somebody's lesbian aunt from, you know.
Oh my God!
He did, man.
I really thought that was me. He looked like he looked like a spin-off character from The Simpsons. Looked like a fine of Patty and Selma.
Right. But you know, and again, I just. The Super Bowl itself has just dropped the ball so many times on what the act should be. I don't know. I think the thing that I like about this whole controversy is that it's showing what I've been saying all along. And that is that, you know, that racism is very much alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
The thing is that now it's coming out of the closet because it's something that was kind of hush-hush throughout the politically correct movement. People were afraid of what I call the isms. They were afraid to be characterized as prejudiced, racist, or sexist. Okay? Now, you know, I've said it as long as I can remember, you know, that, yeah, racism was alive and well, and to think otherwise was extremely foolish and naive. You know, this just gives them, you know, I foresaw all this coming, you know, because for weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, the whole talk was about Cam Newton and this and that, you know, and he got the MVP and that he does this and that. You know what? So what? What he does does not change my life in any way, shape, or form. What Beyonce does doesn't change my life in any way, shape, or form. Bruno Mars, well, he kind of reminds me of my lesbian aunt, but that's a different story. But you know, in all seriousness, it's an act. You know, it's an act. They threw an equivalent fit on a different podium when Janet Jackson had that whole the whole wardrobe malfunction. Her titty came out. You know, it's an act. Let it be. Not everybody is all smiling in front of the camera, trying to be, you know, perfect in front of the camera. Hey, I love controversy. You know, if in a chocolate and vanilla world, guess what? I like strawberry. Yeah, and the whole reason why is because it's different. You know, I let it be. I'm glad that people are showing their true colors.
My thing is, and you know, Beyonce knew. I think she knew what she was doing. She's very intelligent, and she has Jay-Z backing her, and they're both very business savvy people. And I'm pretty sure, because she hasn't really had much to say. Her performance spoke for itself, but she knew what she was doing because she had the new single that came out that weekend, and now she has an upcoming album, and she knew by doing this performance, it would cause controversy and everything. Like I always say, controversy sells. It always does. So pretty much her ticket sales are about to go up and her album sales are going to go up because of this controversy. And it has people talking now. You see what I'm saying? So, like it's bringing up issues that, and then you have this one lady, this one commentator on Fox News that has so much to say. Her name is, let me get her name, Tommy Lauren. And she's just trying to make this a big issue about race. Like, why is it Fox News? You want to always talk about people race hating and this and the other, but you guys are the main one that spearhead stuff like all the time. You're the main one. You're the biggest race baiters out there. And why can't she just, you know, pretty much make a statement saying, hey, she didn't say anything about being anti-law enforcement, being anti-anything. She pretty much was trying to make a statement and say, hey, you know, we're here, just like Coldplay tried to make their statement about, you know, the LGBT community. She wanted to say, hey, we're not going to no longer tolerate the abuse of our people. We're not going to tolerate this justice of our people. You know, and you know good as well, Beyonce is the furthest thing from being racist. Some of her biggest supporters are white Americans. So it wasn't even about that. Like, you know, and this is my thing. Why come it seems like any time that we try to come out and take a stand and try to showcase our culture, you know, it's always seen as militant. You know, every other culture can have their history months and have their days where they can be proud of who they are. But when we are proud of who we are and we try to, it's always seemed as militant, or it's always seen as us trying to be pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just never understood that. And especially, this is a good issue dealing, you know, especially within Black History Month. We have to look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so many people are against blacks having Black History Month and us being proud of our heritage. And, you know, which Black history is a part of American history, but every other culture can have their day. You know, there's a Hispanic History Month. There's a gay LGBT month. You know, where gay lifestyle is celebrated, and there's a lot of other days that celebrate different cultures. But it seems like we're always the ones that are on the end of criticism. So I was just, you know, it just bothers me, you know, and especially you have these people, like even Raven Simone had something to say about it, which at this point I just take her, I don't even take her serious. I guess she was talking about, well, I miss the old Beyonce. This new Beyonce that's so political and this, that, and the other. Yeah, we could do away with her. We need the old Beyonce when she was singing ballads and this, that, and the other. I said, how about you, Raven Simone? We're tired of this new Raven Simone with a different color peacock sitting on top of your head every week, and you always talking shit every week. We're tired of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just feel like everybody wants to embrace the Black culture, but until it's time to really see that side of Black culture, I just feel like as long as things can be controlled and they can control what you say and what you do, then you're good. When you stand up for something outside of the norm, then all hell breaks loose and everybody has something to say. Nobody would have expected that from Beyonce, but she is who she is. I mean, yes, it's controversial, but at the same time, she's a megastar. I mean, people are going to like her, they're going to love her. You didn't hear nobody saying nothing about Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Grammys. I think that he did an awesome job also. But at the same time, it's more so expected from Kendrick Lamar than it would from Beyonce. But because Beyonce took that stance, then now everybody's looking at her like, no, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. What's the difference?
Right.
And another thing that bothers me too, you have people like Lady Gaga. They can come out and make these strong statements all the time, and she's the queen of controversy. But that's looked at as, you know, that's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Lady Gaga, she's one of the most controversial people out here, but yet, you know, she's allowed to have this platform where she can say and do whatever she wants to, and that's okay. But when Beyonce is making a legitimate stance on something, then that's seen as, no, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of hypocrisy. You know, it's a lot of hypocrisy. It's a lot of double standards when we look at things like that. Here we go to the line.
And I think people should listen to the song. I think the song actually, and that's another thing too. I think the song is. I had to listen to it a couple of times, but the song is actually a little bit more powerful if you listen to the actual song formation that Beyonce is singing. I think personally that it is a little bit more powerful, and she's just asking, especially women, to take a stand for more things. So I don't think that it's really as bad. I think it's just giving people something to talk about, honestly, my opinion.
You
That's
know,
just how I feel about it.
This here's a fact that the majority of people do not know the lyrics to the very songs they listen to.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
I can tell you as a guy myself, I'm watching Beyonce jiggle around. All I'm hearing is a teacher from Snoopy. You know, I'm hearing a wah 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 wah. I couldn't tell you one single word on any song when I'm seeing her jiggle around.